Sign Dog here. Hope you're all doing well. Thought I'd do like a different video today. Might be a little bit boring to everyone who sees the crash videos and everything. Most of my viewers live in either Europe or Canada or North America, so you've probably been in hibernation for a little bit, waiting for the snow to go or cold weather to stop coming, wanting to get some new gear. Well, some of you might. So I thought I'd put together a little product review of the gear that I'm using now. Obviously I'm not using it yet because I don't have that thing off my leg yet, but it'll come off real soon and then I'll be back to it. So yeah, the first one that I was going to show you, my helmet, and it's the Arai RX-7 GP. Might have a different name where you are, I'm not sure, but yeah, this is my helmet. Before I start this, by the way, I want to say I'm not, influenced by anybody. Nobody's telling me to do this or paying me. Obviously, I'm just wanting to help you guys out. If you were like me a month ago, looking at all the different helmets, thinking what should I choose, looking at all the leathers, looking at all the gloves, etc. So I'm going to be completely honest. I'll tell you bad points, I'll tell you good points. It's just going to be an honest review. It's really, really nice helmet, but as most of you probably know, it's a pretty expensive helmet. I don't essentially agree that it's giving you much more than what, say, a Shoei gives you, like the high-end Shoeis. It's and it's a lot more expensive as well. So yeah, the thing is, Arai, there is a difference, and there is like a slight difference between this and Shoei in terms of quality. I would say Arai is a tiny bit better, but not by much. There's this thing over in in Great Britain as well, where they do this safety test for all the helmets. It's a government test, and what they did was they went out, they bought all available helmets, and they tested them with different impact weights around all the helmet basically, and they had a computerized skull inside which would read the amount of impact that the helmet absorbed so it didn't hit your head. This helmet came out 4-star in the test because it showed on the sides that it gave out a little bit more impact to your temples. Again, you can do as many tests in the world, but you can't, you just can't read the future. You don't know how you're going to fall. The most important thing is get the right size. Whoever's watching this is probably rode in shitloads of helmets anyway. To me, I ride in a medium, and this helmet is a really nice fit. Again, I've got the European sized helmet. They do 3 different shapes of medium. They do the American shape, they do the European shape, they do the Japanese shape. And I think basically what that is most Japanese guys are going to have essentially a different shaped head as opposed to, I don't know, like English guys or American. So it fits me really well. I'd say it's sort of like you can see my head. I don't know, I'd say like I'm a long oval, maybe. It's a really nice helmet. I'll tell you a little bit about it. So, basically, the stuff that it's got in. Alright, well, the vents. I'll talk about the vents first. So, it's got one chin vent, or mouth vent, I don't know what you'd call it. And it has 2 settings that are opened, 1 closed and 2 opened. So closed, fully open, which I think from reading the manual it directs airflow upwards into your eye. If you put it medium, I think, I could be wrong, but it goes downwards towards your mouth and then close. And standard Arai shield with every Arai. You've got side ports. I've rode in quite a lot of helmets. I've rode in Shoei, AGV, Arai, Bell. I've mainly rode in Shoei since I was like 5 years old, so you know I've had a lot of experience with them. Not a big fan of these side ports, only because the risk of them coming off. It's not that hard to change the visor. Some people might argue that it is, but if you just spend a couple of times swapping it out, changing it back up. I had to, obviously, because I've put the smoke visor in. Yeah, it's a little bit fiddly. Like, I wouldn't just be able to say, alright, yeah, just change it off when I'm on my bike. It's getting a little dark, I want to change it. I don't think I could do that. But saying that, I guess with some practice you could. It's got brow vents here. I think it's got 2 settings. But they're quite fiddly. Like, I mean, you know, you either just gotta keep them open or not, really. One thing I prefer about Shoei to Arai is they've got this visor that can stop all weather in the what are they called, the RX-1100 or the X12. They've got this weather protection that says it's 100% stops rain from getting in. Now this one doesn't have that, so that's one thing to be considering, because it's a lot of money, this helmet. So it's got all the safety standards in wherever region you live. Pretty much one of the best for safety. Top vents, and I'm not sure if you can see, you just flick those on and off. Really easy. You can do it with your gloves on. They do a really nice job of venting air. I haven't ridden it yet, so I don't know how noisy it is, so I can't say about that, sorry. Exhaust vents, they've got them here and here, and then 2 here, and these 2 are adjustable. Spoiler at the back. I mean, they say if you flick it up like that, that's for street riding. You put it down like that when you're on the track, and then anything in between is just sort of a preference, really. Everyone I've spoke to who's ridden this helmet has said they cannot feel the difference. So, in my opinion, that thing is more for if you're doing some serious track days, you know, over 150 miles an hour. You're going to be noticing that. But besides that, it's not even a concern on the street. The design is beautiful. My favourite finish that I've ever seen. The pearlescent black paint. I'm not sure if you can see that. But it's just such a nice finish. And some helmets that I've rode in, AGV in particular, are sort of a bit cheap on the paint, and I'm not a big fan of that. Brilliant lining, really snug. It's not cheap, you know. Well, it shouldn't be for this helmet, should it? You know, it's got pretty good Arai quality. Chin guard, I guess you'd call it, which helps reduce wind coming up into your ears. All in all, it's a really, really nice helmet. And if you're vlogging, like me, what I do is I take that out, the little nose guard, and then you can just fit your camera there. I mean, it depends. Everyone vlogs differently, don't they? Some people put the console HD or the GoPro on the side of their helmets. I personally put the GoPro there. Yeah, that's the Arai RX-7 GP. This is a Sports Bike replica Nakano helmet. So if you're going to go for something like pure black or pure white, it looks more understated. Reason I went for this was just pure visibility. You know, I've been in that bad crash, so I wear everything that I can wear to be spotted, basically. You know, white and black leathers, and the brightest helmet, without looking gay. So, yeah, I really like that.